Hello everybody, it's William. Welcome to my channel. So you're watching a series of video about how to draw shapes and make animations and make your customized color configuration in your iOS projects. And we're using Swift AI for that. And if you're new here, welcome. This channel is all about app development, about game development, about incorporation of artificial intelligence, AR, VR, all the fun stuff. And please subscribe. I really need to reach the monetization hurdle in order to earn bread and milk on my table. So let's continue. We already use a lot. We change the color. We use a lot of sort of a preset shape. And what about I want to draw some shape that isn't there? So for example, I want to draw a diamond shape, okay, or some curve. What about that? So what I'm going to do is to say my profile, and then before my profile, I'd like to add a shape above it, and that will be a diamond shape or whatever. So what I'm going to do is to build that shape struct here, and then I'm going to use it. So I'm going to write the shape ourselves. So I'm going to say this will be a struct, and that struct will be our shape. So okay, and our shape will be a shape. So then you are going to give it a set of CG rect in order to do that. So basically, CG rect is when you give a set of points, then you can draw lines. So the CG rect is just a name that a developer give. It doesn't have much of a meaning, and it does not necessarily be the rectangle. Don't be fooled by a name. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a set of paths, and that pass in CG rect, and give you pass and pass. Yeah, so let's give you a set of paths. Pass will be, and there will be a set of points. So pass in. All right, and I'm going to use the pass and add our lines, and the lines will be a series of CG points. So I'm going to write set of CG points, and CG points. CG point will got the X and Y, and let's start with X and Y. So yeah, so right now I don't want to specify a specific width and height. So yeah, let me just use something like this. So well, remember we got rect, okay? So I can reference that, and once I got this rect, I can say rect width, okay, and we can dealing with that width. So for example, we can we can divide it by 2. So I'm going to draw the halfway as x-axis, okay, and the y-axis I'm going to just leave it 0. So y-axis will be a starting point, okay, and once you are satisfied with this line, you can continue to duplicate that 1, 2, 3, 4, and right, and then you can change that. So the next point will be at the full width, and the y will be rect, and rect, and dot, and get the rect height and divide it by 2, so it's just a halfway, and then x will be half of the point. So width divided by 2, that's okay, and y will be just the rect height, so height, and then let's rect, let's just leave it to the starting points, and then y will be half the point. So rect and dots get hold of the height divided by 2. And I'm going to select everything and reformat that. So nice and pretty. And then remember, this is just a series of added lines. And after the add lines, I'm going to close this. So pass dots close subpass, and then you have draw the shape. So let's get all this deleted, and then will be content view. Yeah, we haven't referenced that yet, so I'm going to add that at the beginning of our code. So maybe add before our profile. This is a D stack, V stack. Yeah, my profile spacer. Maybe just delete the spacer and use this space as a use this shape as a placeholder. So what I'm gonna do is to say, hey, I'd like to reference my shape. Is my shape? Our shape, sorry. Our shape. Okay, and you can reference it. And yeah, so this will be our shape. And yeah, I think this it's a shrink a little bit, so you can add a little bit of padding. Okay, so just make it, yeah, to not interfere with anything else. And I think because we got a lot of things together, so it will just yeah. Let me just add in a frame to it, and let me just shrink that to a certain, maybe just 100, and height will be 100. So you can adjust the size. Okay, so that looks pretty cool. Yeah, and I think I can maybe just delete the padding. Okay, so just become wider. Okay, so yeah, basically you can specify the size, width and height, and that will be our pass direct, and they can adjust the size accordingly. So there will be a diamond shape, and say you want to change the diamond shape to really a narrow diamond. What you can do is to yeah, let me think about it. So you can divide it by and yeah, I'm going to make more customization because I'm not so happy about this this shape. And by the way, if you don't know how it is drawn, let me just quickly add the brush for you. And where's my brush? Okay, so basically starting at this point. Okay, so x will be just width divided by 2. So you can imagine this is the width divided by 2. So x-axis starting here, and y right now is 0. So y-axis is something like that. Y-axis and x-axis. Okay, and it's starting here. It got some full width of x-axis, while at the y-axis, remember the y is backwards, so it's down. So the half of the y-axis, and then go back here, and half of x-axis, while full height of the y-axis, and then back here. Okay, and in order to close it, you use this close subpass just to automatically close this shape. Okay, but yeah, I'd like to change that a little bit because I'd like a narrower version of it. Okay, that's more like a diamond. If you say I got a bunch of diamond at the And out here, right, you can just imagine things, something like that. Or maybe at the end of it, we got a lot of diamond here, and inside we got some game or some, I don't know, maybe some avatar. I'm not sure. This is a much more good design. So what I'm going to do is to change this by adding a inset. So remember this inset, we can actually call this inset in the shape, but right now I'm going to write a customized inset. So yeah, let's add inset here. So that's our inset amount. B rect. Remember, get that amount and get hold of the width. Okay, because we're going to shrink it. So for example, you want to shrink it a lot. Let's just add the normal version, or divide it by 4. Right, so once you got that, you're going to get hold of the inset amount and add the width here. I'm going to minus this inset amount, while at I think at the here I'm going to not just go to the beginning, but rather use this inset amount. So it will just shrink the left and right. So it will be much more like a diamond. And of course, you can divide that, say, to 3. It will adjust everything. Okay, so if you divide it by 2, well, that will be gone. That's not okay. Yeah, basically, you can adjust that accordingly. So it'll be a really small our shape, and I'm going to name this. I think this really like a I don't know. It's like an anchor. Okay, so you can name it say anchor. Okay, and anchor shape, and then you can reference this anchor while you want this anchor here. Alright, so we stack an anchor, and we got anchor, and we can get multiple anchor. Remember, you can copy that, and you can absolutely embed that in a say horizontal edge stack. Alright, so embed the edge stack, and you can get multiple anchor here. Alright, so let's see. Yep. Right, that's not good, because only this got a certain frame. So I have to add all that to the end of this anchor. Okay, so once you set a certain frame, you can get all this interesting design. And yeah, I think I'm going to make it even smaller. So maybe just 20. Okay, so it'll be a really small, nice, cute shape at the beginning of our app. Okay, so yeah, you can have a lot. In fact, let's just get rid of this padding. Okay, so let's wait and see, and maybe add another 2 or 3. Yeah, right now I just test this play around to see how it goes. Okay, so maybe too much, just decrease a little bit. Okay, so yeah, and of course you can have another at the end of your yeah. It doesn't really matter that much, because you can always change the shape. Okay, so I just want to demonstrate that it's doable. You can add multiple CG points in order to make a amazing shape that you want. And let's continue to play around with this. I think I'm going to enclose my profile inside of this series of a thing, just to yeah, remember we got edge stack, so I'm going to just copy this edge stack just for fun. Okay, so alright, let me just copy that and paste it here. So we got yeah, just enclose this inside. It's like a terminal app, console app that at the start of the app you can hard code something like this, and yeah, and I'm going to change the stroke style of all these diamond shapes and anchor shaped thingy here by demonstrate that you can customize the stroke style. And let me add a dash here and a dash here and maybe dash here, just to demonstrate the bigger dash, big stroke style, and then you can watch the changes on our customized strokes. So spacer, let's just add a dash line before this spacer. So what I'm going to do is to say I just want to get a say pass. Okay, I can just add a pass, a simple pass. Okay, and that pass we pass in and pass dots move to a certain CG point. Okay, and that will be let me think of it. Just use 0 for that. Okay, and then adding just one line. Okay, so add line, and that will be a CG point. CG point we have a CG point. We have a X and Y. All that is a CG float. So X will be say maybe 200, and Y will be say 100. So it will be something like this. Okay, and just to get rid of that. And then you can add the stroke. So yeah, let me think of it. Yeah, pass, dot. Yeah, stroke. So we get something like this. This might not be a really good demonstration, so I'm going to increase the X and just hard coded it. Okay, so I'm not sure this will get a sorry. Yeah, just stroke. And you got too much of a space here. So let's just delete the spacer. Just move it up a little bit. Yep, and maybe not enough spacer. Let's make it 50. Okay, maybe this is too much. 400. So too much. Maybe 300. Yeah, maybe just a 400 would be enough. Okay, and definitely this stroke is really narrow. Even if you say you zoom in, is really narrow, so you can add customization to it. Okay, and what I'm going to do is to let me add pass before the image as well as after this image. Overlay, we got this. After this image, I'm going to add this as well, just to make it inside of this. Yeah, then we got the overlay, we got this little frame here, and yeah, this do affect my design. That's yeah, scrap that. I'm going to just delete it. And I'm not going to leave this past as long as it demonstrates the stroke, and I'm going to delete it because the final thing is just to change this diamond shape. So let me make this stroke a little bit wider in width, so you guys can actually see what's going on. Let's change it here. Make it a little bit smaller, have more space. So first it will be a gradient, the stack, and yeah, after you have declared the gradient, it will be just a var. Let me add this our customized stroke. Our stroke, and our stroke will be a certain stroke style. No, let me just use our stroke style. Okay, and that will be a stroke style. And we got line width, line cap, and joint. So you can customize a lot of things. Okay, so you can got the width of say 20. That will be a really thin stroke. So you can passing this info at here, stroke. Remember, you can actually pass a certain style in here, and that will be our stroke style. Okay, so 20. We got a really yeah, this got a really thick width, and then you can add a lot of info here. So for example, I think I got the cap, and you can make it bud, round, square. Okay, so if you want say really hard edges, you can make it square. And once you are satisfied with it, let me just release one of the anchor so you guys can see. Let me just make one anchor really big, and yeah, let me just comment out part of the anchor so you guys can actually see this really big anchor. And that's just okay. Right now the anchor does not have a like the square or rounded cap, line cap, as well as a line joint. So what I'm going to do is to add that specific style to this anchor as well. So anchor dot stroke style, passing our stroke style. I think it's called our stroke style. Okay, so you guys can see the changes. Okay, we got a customized stroke style, and you can compare, say, without passing our stroke style. So let me just uncomment this anchor. As you guys can see the difference. Okay, and our stroke style, we can continue to yeah, this is you can be square, or it can be rounded. I think rounded might be a much more outstanding for you to kind of know the difference. So dots, round. Okay, so this should do, I think. Okay, so yeah, this is a really big changes. So when the line got joined together, you get a rounded shape, okay, rather than just pointy default size. And then you can even add and say you make a dash. Okay, you can even make a dash, and you have to specify the percentage of the dash. So let's think about this. We got a series of floats. Say I like it dash at 20 and 30. Yeah. Okay, and you can see, right? And for example, you can increase that to say 60. Okay, so you guys can see. Let me just give you this, and yeah, and let's increase that. Let's decrease that a bit. Okay. You can see this weird percentage shape to it, and yeah, you can play around with. It doesn't really matter that much because you can always change that later. You can see this here, and this shape will get changed as well. Yeah, so, and I think I can change the dash face as well. So dash face, and you can say 40. Yeah, so yeah, basically you can change all that as well, and the reason you can change it, and you sometimes you can even see this have a potential for animation, and they do have a potential for animation. That's the reason why I demonstrate this live for you, so you guys can see that. Say you got longer and shorter dash, and you change that a little bit, and you give the viewer, the client, a certain feeling that it's actually moving, and it can add a lot of interesting thing to the design of your app. And of course you can play around with all this line cap. I just made line width a little bit narrower, and the dash just a point and a blank point, a blank point, blank. So you can do essentially whatever you like, and the dash face is just the offset. So you can change the dash face to make it moving. We'll demonstrate that later. Right now, I'd like a sort of a uniform the dash, so maybe just the 10 point and the rest 10 point, 10 point, and the 10 point, something like that. Yeah, maybe just the 10 point and the 20 and the 10, something like that. And we don't want any of the dash and offset, so just leave it 0. And I think that would do. Okay, just to give you a little variation. And once you're satisfied with that, you can just get everything out while adding this stroke style to this anchor. Then you can see the amazing results. And I think you'll need to put it before the frame. Okay, so before the frame. I know this sounds a little bit tedious, but I just want to demonstrate the results and show that actually everything can be drawn, and is really versatile if you got this drawing ability. You can in fact hard code a lot of things using a little simple shape. Okay, so width and height. Yeah, so we got something like this, and then you can animate that by make it blinkering. Maybe too much, so maybe I'm going to just to get rid of all this 0. And let's see. So you're really small. And line width, I get to 0.1 just to make it narrow. And let's see. Yeah, we got this rendering results. Pretty good. We got rounded cap. Maybe 0.5. Maybe this is too small. Okay, I'm waiting for the rendering. That's pretty good. Okay, so if you got too small, just you can't see it. So we got this shape, and of course you can add animation to it. Yeah, I think that's so far so good. I'm going to comment out this line, and of course, once you got this style, you can add this modifier to any of the things. So for example, you got this rounded rectangle, and you got stroke, right? We got stroke and line width, and you can actually got this our customized configuration, and it will be our, I think, our stroke style. Okay, then you can see that this just become our stroke style, and you got the our line width as well. So the line width is really small, so you can't see it. But hey, I just want to demonstrate that it's doable. And yeah, and I'm going to release this original. I think the original. Yeah, let me just comment this pass because we don't need that. And we got this foreground color, rectangle, radius, stroke, line width. Okay, that's good. And then I can add in. Let me add a spacer. Okay, let me add a spacer, and so just to give it a little bit of space. Okay, and once you are satisfied with this, you can just copy everything inside of edge stack. Let's just delete it and duplicate this bunch because we will have our customized style to it. So let's wrap my profile here. Okay, so good. And yeah, I think that's already pretty long video. I'm going to pause it here, and in the next video I'm going to adding more customization to it, maybe draw curves, and yeah, just maybe demonstrate a few more customization. Okay, thank you so much for your time, and bye.